Here we go. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. You're probably wondering what the hell is this guy doing? It's Monday morning. This is something that's usually set up for Fridays when we do our Financial Fitness Friday. But my good friend Jonathan and I decided that we want to kick your Monday off with Monday Mindset. For those of you that don't know, I'm Brad Modrich. Joining me today, my good brother from Integrated Business Financing, Jonathan Fodera. What's up, my brother? Good morning. How are you?
What's happening? Good morning.
Obviously, you could hear where my energy and my mindset is on a Monday. I'm coming in ripping the doors off this week. Got a chance to do some traveling last week. Got to see some of my Arate brothers. Man, Jonathan, man, it was good. It was a good week. Got to go down and see good old Nash, Bill Ryman. Got to hang with Daniel Good. So it was good, man. But listen, we're gonna get right to this. We want to drop a nugget on you. And Jonathan and I, for the past probably like 8 to 10 weeks, every Friday around 10:30, we have been doing Financial Fitness Friday. Jonathan's background, he owns a company called Integrated Business Financing. He's been in the financial sector for well over almost 11, 12 years now. Is that about
13, 14.
13, right? Yeah. 13, 14 years. Obviously, those who follow me know I have Trifecta Credit Solutions. We got the Med Spa, and obviously we are two business owners that are focused on bringing value to as many people as possible. So Jonathan had this idea. He said, hey, why don't, we always finish on Friday with Financial Fitness Friday. Why don't we kick it off on a Monday and do some Monday mindset? And you guys know how I feel about, influencing you in a positive way to get off your ass and take action. So this was a no-brainer for me, man. First thing that I wanted to talk about was the activity chain. And a lot of times people get stuck doing whatever it is that they wanted to do, whether it was a dream, whether it was an idea that they had, is because the first thing they have is the thought, right? And I'm just going to give you a quick snapshot. Thoughts, I want you to follow me on this. Thoughts turn into feelings. Feelings turn into action. Actions turn into habits. And habits over time will give you the result. Right now, I just want to kind of back up on this and just kind of raise above it about 10,000 feet. If you're having a positive thought, you're going to have a positive action. You're going to have a positive feeling, which will then give you a positive action, which will then give you a positive habit, which will give you a positive result. Same thing happens with the negativity. And I think this is, and Jonathan, you could probably, I don't want to speak for you, but I think you and I have both seen so many times people get stuck with the negative thought.
Well, I actually made a live about it this morning. Focus is a superpower. So whatever you focus on is really what you're going to get. So if you're focusing on your goals, your faith, your family, fitness, finances, or you're focusing on your business, right, and what you need to accomplish, you're way more likely to accomplish that. When you focus on the drama, the stress, the negativity, whatever is bothering you, okay, you are going to get more of that. Okay, that's the difference between having a positive mindset and a negative mindset. If something's happening and you don't like it, it's an opportunity to correct, as opposed to, oh, why does this always happen on victim versus hero? Okay, and everything that you're saying, this is why 75 Hard is so effective, right? Because it forces you into 75 days of kick-ass habits, right? And without going through those actions, you never develop those habits. And that's where most people fall off. You have a great thought, okay? You're having a great feeling. And then when you don't take that next step and take that action to do whatever it is that you were thinking about, well, you feel like you cheated yourself. And then instead of it being positive, it spins into a negative way.
Yeah. Yeah. And even, just to like, I want to peel the layer back real quick. The thought, when you have that negative thought And that could be self-doubt, that could be imposter syndrome, that could be fear, that could be it could be an argument with your significant other, it could be an argument with your business partner, it could be, let's say that you're an employee. It could be something that a fellow employee said something. It could be the negative thought when you look in the mirror that you're not happy with yourself. Because I'm speaking from experience, and those of you that have been following me know what I have personally done the past 2 years with clearing all of that crap out of my head to get me focused on my goals. And it kind of sounds like this, right? Let's talk about fear, or I'm not smart enough, or, just any of that negative thoughts. What happens is those thoughts stay in there and they bounce around like a ping pong ball because you don't do anything about it. And there's like a vortex that starts to happen of this negative thought. And then what over time, you actually start to create a stimulated conversation with yourself about that negative thought. That right there is very much like cancer, right?
It is. It's self-feeding.
It's self-feeding. It just feeds and it creates this vector inside your brain. And then over time, if you're having those negative thoughts day after day after day after day, it literally changes your physiology, right? Because again, mental health, mental health wellness, it starts with being able to control that conversation. I don't know. You may have heard me talk about this. Do you ever read Beyond Positive Thinking? You ever read this book?
No.
Great book. This book actually helps you take control of that conversation. And I read both of these books. I don't know. Are you a big Dispenza fan?
I am.
Yeah. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Because this is what happens, guys. There's actually neural patterns that are created, right? Neural patterns are the habits. They literally are the habits. And if you can control that conversation in your head to change that thought, you will then change the feeling, right? Give you an example. Oh, I can't do this, man. I can't accomplish this goal. I'll never be able to do this. And then it starts to just bring this self-doubt and you could feel it coming over you. But imagine if Jonathan and I were sitting with you and you were having that conversation and you were saying, I can't do it. And we're like, what do you mean you can't do it? Yes, you could do it. And we start push checking you and shoving you and like, yes, you get up, you can do it. Then all of a sudden you're standing up and you're like, yes, I can do it. And you start getting that different feeling. You got to do the same shit with yourself. Because Jonathan 100%. And I aren't going to be there to smack you and push you and get you up.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is everybody has good days and bad days, right? What matters is how you get through those bad days. It's easy to do the little things when everything's going well.
Yeah.
Right. But when you're having one of those test days or you're having one of those, self-doubt days, it's just taking that first step, and people make that first step a lot bigger than it is. Like, think about it like this. You don't want to go to the gym. Okay. Well, if you get yourself in the car, that's 90% of the battle. You drive to the gym, you get there, and once you get into the motion of it, you're going to finish hard, right? It's just taking that first step towards what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
All right. And don't overthink, overanalyze, and don't give yourself outs, right? A lot of people love to give themselves outs, right? No matter what it is. It's, hey, I need to make this piece of content, or hey, I need to answer these emails, or whatever it is that you are thinking about doing, but not actively doing. You just have to take that first initiation, right? A first step, and then you're into it, right? And then you'll get it finished. And then you feel better about yourself. And you knock off that second one. And then that third one. It's really just removing all the excuses and getting yourself in the habit of just pushing through it. And what that does is it creates a lot of positive momentum in your favor. And with that positive momentum, it's going to allow you to accomplish a lot more. It's just training yourself to do that. And most people have a hard time with that. That's why 75 is hard. And I don't want to keep bringing this up. It's not what we're here to talk about, but it works, right? I'm the most productive. And if you've ever gone through the program and you're done, when you get back to, hey, I can, it's my time, I can do what I want, and you stop with those positive habits and positive momentum, you really feel like the world's biggest piece of shit because you know what you're capable of and you know what your current output is, right? I've spoken to so many people that do that program, come off, and then they've reverted to some of the old bad habits and they're not as consistent. And man, that's damaging because you know what you're capable of.
Yeah. And it's funny, in first form, we have a concept. Sal always talks about this. He talks about putting one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. And listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit this morning. I traveled last weekend, was exhausted from not being in my bed and not sleeping and not being as hard with my disciplines. And I woke up this morning and I thought, okay, I got to do A, B, C, D. Now, mind you, I can set my own schedule and do anything that I want. I've designed my life to this point. Thought, man, Jonathan will understand. He travels. Let me shoot him a text. I'll let him know. And then I'll tell my team this. I'll push it back to 12. I'll sleep in. And I literally had to control this conversation in my head. And I'm just like, you bitch, you better get up. People are counting on you. Remember your why. And we'll talk about this on another one, like tapping into that burn, tapping into that why that gets you moving. So I had to do that. I tapped back into it. But let me show you how even me, people are like, oh, you're Joe Fitness. You're Mr. Fitness. I got my shit and I was slow carrying this conversation. I was lacing up my shoes. I didn't want to go. I just felt put my pre-workout in. I drove, just like you said, you just get to the gym. I got to the gym. I sat and it was a little chillier this morning. I sat in my truck. I put on a little BPM. I drank my pre-workout and I'm like, my wife is at home sleeping. I could literally go back. I haven't seen her all weekend. I could crawl back in bed. I could get another hour. Bro, this was the conversation that I had in my head today.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you fucking bitch, you better get up.
Yeah.
You better get up. You better go handle your business. And I am so glad the second, like you just said, and I want to just listen to what Jonathan said, when it came down to me actually getting the job done and actually doing it, I felt like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I had a sense of accomplishment. I was running out of the gym. I felt better. I went home and I was in attack mode.
Yeah.
We all have those days. Every
Okay.
single one of us. I don't care who you are. We all have those days. But if you can continue to put one foot in front of the other and you push yourself and you continue to drive and you stay the course and you tap into your burn and you just stay focused on whatever that goal is, one bite at a time, one foot in front of the other, I promise you, you will feel like $1 million that you didn't quit and that you stomped that inner bitch voice. I promise.
I'll give you guys two quick things because we want to make these, quick and impactful. But we've been talking about physical stuff, right? But when it comes to getting some work done, right? A lot of people, if it's a complex task or a tedious task, those are the ones people avoid the most, right? The first step is breaking down. Like, if you have a big thing to do, just break it down, item by item by item. Next thing, do the first item. You'd be surprised how many times you can trick yourself into, all right, I did the first thing. Well, I'm here. I might as well do the next thing and the next thing. So now this big thing that you were dreading doing with work, with business, whatever, you're cruising through it. You're building that momentum. That's the first thing. The second thing, okay, this goes to focus. There's something called the Pomodoro method. All right, I actually learned this from an ex-partner, and it does really, really work, especially when you have a lot of complex tasks or when you need to focus. What you do is you get a timer out, okay, and you set it for 25 minutes. And the only thing that you could focus on in that 25 minutes is that one task. After the 25 minutes is up, you reward yourself with a 5-minute break. Okay. After the 5 minutes is up, it's either if you didn't finish that task, you go back to it for 25 minutes, or you can move on to the next thing. Okay. That works amazing to get done and knock out these big things that you're dreading doing. All right, Brad.
So good. So good. You're spot on. People needed to hear that. That's the tactical thing to take away from today. So good, Jonathan. It works.
Dude, I'm glad we're doing this stuff.
It works. I set them up. So I got this from Emily. This was on Emily's her Amazon her list. And it has if you got a 5-minute, you just set it. I put it on my desk. When it starts, I'm focused. I'm not answering my phone. And I don't have like notifications. I don't know about you. I don't have any notifications on my phone. Zero.
Oh.
None. Because I will have shiny object syndrome all day back in my phone. Man, this is good. This is going to be good. Listen, we don't want this to be too long. We are going to be coming at you every Monday to start your week off with Mindset Monday. And then you could follow up with us back at the end of the week with Financial Fitness Friday. Again, if you like this, we're doing this for free. If you like it, you heard something, share it. Tag somebody that may need to hear it. If you yourself have any questions, concerns, don't ever hesitate to reach out to us. Jonathan and I, even though we're busy, we are doing this to provide value to everybody that follows us, so we could be that little beam of light or help in your life. Jonathan, you got anything else?
That's it, guys. Thank you, Brad. I love this. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys on Friday. Crush it this week. Stomp the inner bitch voice like a moose does a mosquito. Peace. We're out.
Later.